Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening to all of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another stream. My name is Akash Malhotra and I'm your financial analyst for today's session. Dear traders, my fellow colleagues, my investors, I'm very happy to see you once again. There are a lot of things that we were talking about. So, specifically, I have a lot of news to share with you. There are a lot of things basically happen in the financial market on which we have a great probability if we could have executed the trade amazingly, a substantial amount of profit would have been made. I welcome your behalf from following financial analyst team. I'm your host. My name is Akash Malhotra. It's been close to 6 years in my trading journey, and one of the best results we have seen in this week. We had a lot of moments. Specifically, in the last week, we talked about what could be the major ideas that I will be sharing with you. Specifically for today as well, I have bunch of news aligned for you, and we will be talking about these news events, our trading ideas, where we could have taken a trade, and how are our results from last week to this week. I will be showing you entire trading history of mine. So stay tuned for today's session. Welcome you once again. If you have any questions, the comment section is all dedicated to for you guys. Let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, may it be regarding anything at all. Specifically, we'll be talking about, as you know, today's stream we majorly talk about the financial market, and one of the most important aspect of trading is we talk about heat maps. So as you are all aware, and specifically, I have a lot of news for today. We were calibrating various trading ideas. I was going through the news article to share all these datas with you. Welcome to the stream once again. Mr. Asadji, welcome to the stream. Hello, good evening to you. Mr. Nareshji, hi. Nareshji, good evening to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Arjunji said, hi, sir, good evening. Can you please suggest on Brent? It's near 65 500 level. Hope Brent will update soon. Can you please clarify, sir, why today crypto fall? That's an interesting question. We will be covering about these parts as well. We'll wait for a minute for a few more clients to join in, and we will be talking about the market again. So, dear traders, first of all, tell me how was your week? The last week performance and this week performance, you all must be amazed by a great surge in the prices of gold. Let me know in the comment section what is the existing price. Specifically, a lot of clients are from the different region. Let me know what's the existing price of gold for every train gram in your country. If you're in India, that may be like around 114, 115, depending upon the geological location that you are living in. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what's the existing price of gold. Have you seen the recent prices of gold? I'm reading all your comments, dear traders. In the meantime, I'll be reading your comments thoroughly. So stay tuned with me. So if you wishes to know about my trading history, these are our trades which we have taken absolutely for a little longer time. We have a great accuracy. We have taken a very shorter amount of periods trades for today. But let's talk about it in more detailed manner. So, if you know, every week I usually comes and share my market insights with you, like what do I think about the financial market and what could be the better trading ideas there. So these are all the tabs which I'm about to share with you. These are called heat maps, and right now you can see this is a crypto heat map, which absolutely you can see. And here, if we change the parameter to a day, so a very heavy selling happen in the prices of Bitcoin. We can see all the cryptocurrencies are red for today. We were targeting our trades. If you remember, last week, Fed decreased the interest rate by 25 basis point and embrace for the impact. So cryptocurrency market completely shattered for today. Let me show you one of the trades that I have taken. So if you look into the prices of Bitcoin, which has a larger capitalization compared to all the cryptocurrency pairs, tumbled down by a huge margin. This massive surge has been seen A lot of selling happened within a very shorter period of time. Very shorter period of time. According to you, what do you think? What would be the major reason behind it? I'll be reading your comments, dear trader. Let me know in the comment section. Mr. Isim Qureshi said, hello, good evening, Mr. Qureshi. Mr. War said, hi, hello, sir. Good evening to the stream once again. So let's get started. Today, the cryptocurrency market has seen a major fallback. This has been impacting a lot of news article. I was going through the news article. What were the major reasons behind this sudden fallback? And we haven't found any substantial reason. What's the existing reason because of which there is a huge surge happened? There are multiple speculations can be made because of the Fed interest rate decisions and the policy which were taken. I think it played a little part in it, but not to that great extent. So probably a little panic happened in amongst the investor. Sometimes what really happens, a selling continuation pattern can be seen. This is because of those investors had, or if they had opened a buying position in there, so some of the sellers get dominant and close their existing position. So that means the major selling happens. And this selling basically hits all the stop losses that the people have selected, and in they drain their account, and then the correction started happening. So this is what exactly is happening on the crypto market. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these things have been selling. But one of the good things, let me remind you, dear traders, I was reading through an article where it has been stated that Fed chairperson Jeremy Powell finally agreed that not only this time the interest rate decisions were reduced, but they will be reduced. There is a high chances for the Fed interest rate to reduce in the next coming months. And we can see a greater impact there. We are expecting a substantial reason. Now let's look into this. If you see, the Fed interest rate has decreased the interest. And if you remember, in the last week, I was specifically having a conversation with you. There is only one thing that's going to happen: buy gold. As long as you may wish, but buy gold. And here is our results. So there are a couple of trades that we have taken. The very first trade we have taken, it has been there from a very long time, has finally given us the profit of close to 600%, 850, 587% profit. We invested $100 and finally turned out to be 586. But during the Fed interest rate decisions, there was some sort of correction happened in the prices of gold. The reason why we did, we hold our position again with $500, ended up making close to 93% profit. So right now the prices of gold is been soaring like anything. It has broken all the previous record, not only gold, but we may also correlate it with the prices of silver. Not only the prices of gold increases, but if we see there is a substantial price increase in the prices of silver. And this will not be the only stop, dear traders. Let me tell you this. This will not be the only stop that the market will be seeing. It will be seeing further more increase in the prices of gold. It was an expectation of by Goldman Sachs, even Morgan Stanley. They expected gold to cross a level of approximately around $4,000 per troy ounce. One troy ounce is equal to 31.05 grams. And here is the substantial increase that we are observing, dear traders. Mr. Pratap ji said, good evening, Mr. Pratap ji. Mr. Naim Shah ji, please my identity verification, please sir. For verification, you need to reach out to the help center. In the support, you can raise which documents will be needed for the account verification, and our team will be there to assist you in that. So please make sure you reach out to the support team, and they will be guiding you entire through your trading journey. So right now, what recently is happening, there's a what good trading advice for you, dear traders. So First of all, let me tell you, dear traders, the trades that I'm taking in my trading account are based on my history and my experience. Whatever I'm sharing it with you, it is based on my complete trading experience, right? Following my advice, it is completely based on my trading experience. If you try to follow the trades that I take, there is a possibility that anything can go, whether it would be in your favor or it will be against you. So I want you to confirm the hypothesis that I'm sharing it with you with the different sort of news article. My objective is to guide you through the entire process of making money in the financial market. Do not try to copy my trades even in the live stream. You can cross verify it. Specifically in Forex, you can do that, but in fixed time trade, I will never suggest my clients to copy my trades because the stream get delayed any time between few minutes to a few seconds to minutes, and copying my trade, our trade can go for the toss. So be very careful about it, and you will be acting at your own discretions following my trading pattern. Mr. Vinodji said, "Good evening. Good evening, Vinodji. Welcome to the stream once again." So, because of this sudden fall in the cryptocurrencies, you will have a great opportunity on the cryptocurrency pairs because the market has fallen to great extents. Let me give you an example. So right now, what I'm seeing, the prices of Bitcoin fall down suddenly to such a level where it went to very close to 1,11,000. Now 1,11,000 gold, excepting gold, Bitcoin has a very close support level to 1,10,000. 1,10,000. And in this situation, the probability of market to fall down more in the cryptocurrency are very slim. And based on the conversation that we had, the Fed will be increasing the interest rate, decreasing the interest rate in next two cycles. Now, what are these dates? If you click on Fed interest rate decisions, you will be able to clearly see this. On October 29 and December 10, these are the dates on which the Fed will be revising its interest rate. That means there are good chances that the Fed will decrease the interest rate. So right now, in my opinion, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin has a good chances of rising. That is the reason we are holding our position on Bitcoin with $4,000, but with a very small multiplier of 10. We are using 10 as a multiplier. But since Bitcoin is acting as an elder brother, all its subsequent cryptocurrencies will be impacted by it as well. So not only Bitcoin will rise, but if we look into the price of other cryptocurrency pairs, the second most important, which has been used worldwide, is Ethereum. Ethereum dropped to a level of 4,000 ETH per USD. So therefore, not only Bitcoin will rise, but amongst its all the cryptocurrency, there are substantial chances of rising it. That is another reason we are holding our position on Ethereum. Here, not only Ethereum, but its alternative cryptocurrency, we can call it as Dogecoin, Ripple, Solana, Binance Coin. These are all will be affected by it, and there are good chances for all these alternative cryptocurrency to rise in the next coming months or weeks. So if you want to hold your position, holding a position with a smaller multiplier of 10 could be yielding you a very substantial profit, dear investors. Mr. Crotonji said, sir, deposit didn't appear. I'm very sorry for the unfortunate incident that's happened with you, Mr. Croton. You can click on the help section. Make sure you reach out to the support team. Sometimes, majority of the time, the deposit gets credited within a very shorter period of time. But sometimes when the deposit is been stuck, maximum 90% of the deposit appear within 24 hours from the time of deposit that you attempted from. But even if due to some reason, if the amount is been not created, reach out to the support team. They will be more than happy to answer your question. They will raise a ticket and our finance department will take care it from onwards. Do not worry about it at all. Your entire amount is safe. So what's happening currently in the market? Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, Dogecoin, all these cryptocurrency have a substantial chances of rising. Now, in order to capitalize on these events, holding a position with a smaller multiplier could be helping you a lot in the longer run. Next thing is we talked about gold. Gold will not stop at this price level in the next subsequent 2 months. Fed will be decreasing the interest rate. That means not only gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, these all will be rising. But another part will be played by the US stock market itself. Now, decreasing an interest rate is basically done to increase the economic activity. Recently, we have seen US has been struggling up with the employment data there. Now, in order to increase the employment, Federal Chairperson Jeremy Powell has to take a substantial outcome or a strict logic of reducing the interest rate. Reducing the interest rate will try to increase more economic activity so that the borrowing power could be increased from the people. So people will tend to borrow a lot from the bank itself, and which and who's gonna benefit from it? The local stocks, the local companies which are residing in US, and it include everything associated in the US stock market. And in order to check the variation in it, we can check NASDAQ. In next couple of months, NASDAQ will be rising once again. Not only NASDAQ, but S&P 500, Dow Jones, these are all industrial averages which has a substantial chances of rising with the time since the Fed is decreasing the interest rate. So the purchasing power will be increased. People will be able to borrow funds at the cheaper price, and borrowing fund at the cheaper price can ultimately increase more economic activity with respect to the US economy. And that is the reason all the indexes will be rising. Ethereum, silver, gold, Bitcoin, these currency will also be rising. Recently, we have seen some sort of decrease, variation in Euro USD, but since the interest rate will be decreasing a lot sooner, so Euro USD has a substantial chances of rising once again. Remember these guys, holding a position with the smallest value of multiplier, 50 or 100 will be good. If you try to go ahead with 500 multiplier, the risk factor will also gonna be increasing. So make sure that you select a moderate set of multiplier while selecting any particular asset of your choice. Mr. Khan ji said, "Hi, good evening, Mr. Khan, Mr. Sajid ji. Welcome to the stream." Now, dear traders, these are all the major economic activities which recently has happened, and we basically benefit uh, ourselves out of the situation. So these are our results. The recent scalping trade we have taken on Ethereum, because when the market suddenly dropped, we took one trade, we scalp our way out, we open another trade, we are still holding a position on Ethereum. Now, according to you, dear traders, what can happen in the market? What's the existing price of gold in your native places? My dear traders, let me know in the comment section. I'm reading your comments all the way along. And day traders, you can also let me know which one do you prefer more. Is it like the fixed time trading or the Forex? Which one do you prefer more? My overall objective always has been to guide you through this entire process. There are some strategies that are so this is my today's statistics for the fixed time trading. It overall worked in our favor. And yeah, there was a very good question Arjunji has asked. Forgive me, Arjunji, I completely forgot about it. So the prices of Brent right now are under tremendous pressure. Are under tremendous pressure. Right now, we can see that the prices of Brent has been continuously decreasing to a substantial value. I will certainly not will suggest clients to open up a position in upward direction for Brent right now. The markets are very volatile. Now, if you wanted to know more about it, so every week there is this one specific data released by US. We call it as crude oil inventories. Let me give you an idea about this in this week. Okay, so here we go. So every time on every Wednesday, US releases the information regarding their crude oil inventories. In order to understand what the crude oil inventory really means, so the higher the surplus amount of crude oil available in the market will ultimately decrease the demand internationally. So that means if the crude oil inventory data is red, so that means there is not a sufficient amount of inventories are available, which can ultimately cause the prices of Brent to rise once again. But if that is not the case, if the data turned out to be green, so that means US has a substantial amount of crude oil reserves. And because of these reserves, the demand on the market, it's a complete relation of supply to demand. If if the supply is very high in the market, the demand definitely gonna shrink itself down. So right now it will be not a good option to open up a trade, as now we can see that there is a lot of selling happening internationally, and in terms of economic activities we have seen that due to the war conflicting situations, the market is really volatile. One of the best thing that we can do is to buy gold, even for the longer time duration. This can help you out to gain more substantial profit compared to the currency pairs. This is one of the safest haven, in my opinion, on which you can execute your trades on. Yeah, traders. In this week, another good thing will be happening. So US PC, core PCE price index and US GDP. This is one of the biggest data, in my opinion, dear investors. On 25th of this month, US will be basically showing their its GDP results, whether the GDP on quarter to quarter basis is increasing. So GDP is the data which has been released by every country once in every 3 months. Now US basically divides it into the three sub parts. The first one is first preliminary data, second preliminary data, and third is the final preliminary data. Now, what can happen if the US GDP is not increasing? We have recently seen that there is a lot of unemployment going on so far in the last quarter. In my opinion, the US GDP can be down by 0.3 to 0.4%. Even 0.1% drop would be a substantial drop. And if that happens, the value of USD will try to decrease once again. And if the value of USD, there is a good possibility that the value of USD can decrease exactly on 25th of September at 6 o'clock. This is according to the Indian Standard Time. What you can do, you can change the time according to your local time margin. Here GMT of plus 530, which basically indicates the Indian Standard Time. But you can change the time and use it for your benefit, dear traders. So we have good trading ideas for this week. The crude oil inventories, the US GDP prices will be there, and one of the biggest impulse that you will be seeing is Switzerland interest rate decision. So Switzerland National Bank, the standard currency CHF, exactly at 1 o'clock, in whichever the direction the very first candle go, you can follow that direction. Make your trade profitable, do the scalping, and you can hold your position for the longer time. Mr. Alchan, Mr. Sheikh ji said, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Sheikh. Claudia ji said, hello, good morning. Good morning to you too, Claudia ji. Mr. Gun Ekung said, nice one. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Thank you very much for appreciating all the hard work that we're doing. Dear traders, if you like today's stream, let me know in the comment section. You can basically subscribe to Olymptrade Practice, hit that like button, share it with your friends. We are trying to establish a community on which we wanted to let traders know that how easy it is to make money in the financial market if you know how the financial market works. The reason why we are doing what we are doing is to help every trader, make them understand how financial market works. And once you have an enough knowledge about the financial market, profitability will be soon followed after that. So these are the history of the trades, and overall, all the trades have been favoring us, dear investors. Related is also you can let me know what's particular topic that you want me to discuss in the next session. In the next week, I'll be coming up with few more trading ideas, specifically with regards to forex. That as we know that we deal with major market events and the market analytics. You can use these sites. We also known as Finviz. In Finviz, you can click on these heat maps. You can click in here and get an entire analysis on your screen. So this basically is the Standards and Poor's 500 stock index. It shows the entire variation of the market in a day. In a day. Another great thing happened that Elon Musk bought around 1 billion stock of his own company. He invested in a company. So whenever people listen about this fact, so the person who is willing to invest more in his company has a substantial uh, backup behind it. I mean, substantial thinking would be behind it. As soon as the people get to know about this the stock started soaring, and it back in the time the stock was struggling close to 200 level, and right now we can see that the stock has been outperforming exceptionally. It went to 222, and now the price has been skyrocketed like anything. So these are the major events you can capitalize on. In the next week, I'll be coming up with few more trading ideas to share with you. I'm very happy, first of all, to share all these insights with you. Thank you very much for staying ahead with me. I wish you all the best. And in the next stream, I'll be coming up with few more trading ideas to share with you entire market analysis. We have one more question, sir. Will you stream every day? Unfortunately, not, Mr. Gung. I will be streaming on every Monday exactly at 6:30 according to the Indian Standard Time. But yeah, my colleagues, you can subscribe to Olymptrade Practice channel. My colleagues basically conduct webinar in the different languages, Hindi, Urdu, uh, English. We majority of the time do conduct webinars in English, but there are local webinars are also available where we talked about the fixed time trading strategy and the different strategies, live trading. We also do a part of it. So thank you very much for staying ahead with me. My name is Akash Malhotra. I'll be signing off for today, and in the next week, I'll show you my profitability in the next week as well. Thank you very much, dear traders. Have a good one. Take care of yourself and have a great day.